Okay, this is a short how-to video of how to create a file directory structure in TeamWorks, or the effect of a file structure in TeamWorks. Okay, I've created a space called Angola, and within this space I've uploaded two files. One is the actual flag of Angola. This is the image file that I'm going to present. I've created a folder.html. Basically, this contains the definition of the file structure, and I'll go over that in a moment. And then thirdly, I've created an article to display the file structure. Okay, so again, I have the image, which is the actual flag of Angola, just the image. Secondly, I have the folder.html, which is the definition of the folders and the file that's going to reference the flag of Angola. And then thirdly, I've created an article to display the file structure. So first I want to go over the folder.html, and to do that I'm going to go to details here, and here I'm going to download this file. Okay, it's downloaded now to my PC. I'm going to go browse the file, folder.html, and I'm going to open up my text editor. It's going to show you a lot of code, and I've tried to hide most of the complex JavaScript that's uploaded into TeamWorks already. What you can do is you can download this file and you can jump down to line 50. So you can just forget about all of the text. Just jump down to line 50, and really what you need to do is define the folders and the subfolders and then the file. And you can see here I've created a top folder called Country Flags. Okay, it has a unique ID of 0 and a parent reference of -1. Okay, there is no parent for Country Flags, and what that means is you're not going to see any directories above Country Flags. Secondly, I've created a subfolder with a unique ID of 10 and a parent reference of 0, and that means that this subfolder called Africa is going to fall below Country Flags based on the parent reference of 0. Similarly, I've created another subdirectory called Angola that has a parent reference of 10 that's going to fall under Africa. And then I've created a file called Flag of Angola that has a parent reference of 10 that's going to fall under Angola. Just so I can explain this a little bit better, this method called add, you can pass 4 parameters into it. The first parameter is nothing more than the unique line item it defines the unique line item. For example, 0 defines Country Flags, 10 defines Africa, 100 defines Angola, 1001 defines this file called Flag of Angola. And this is an arbitrary number that I assign. It just needs to be unique. The second parameter references the parent of this line item. Okay, in this first one, there is no other -1. So this is the -1 defines the top level of the directory structure. You can see here the second parameter for Africa is 0, which references Country Flags. The second parameter of Angola is 10, which references Africa. And what that means is Angola is a subdirectory of Africa, Africa is a subdirectory of Country Flags, and the flag of Angola is going to be found under the subfolder Angola. Okay. Now the method add has 4 parameters. So if you only send in 3 parameters, the unique ID, the parent reference, and the name, the method assumes that you are defining a folder. Okay. If you send in 4 parameters to the method, in this case the unique ID, the parent reference, the name of the file, and the URL of the file, the method thinks that you're talking about a file. Okay, so if you send in 3 parameters, you're defining a folder. If you send in 4 parameters, you're defining a file. And you need to use the parent reference to define which subfolder the line item belongs to. I hope that makes sense, but maybe you'll see it better in an example. So that's the file I've created. So I've added basically 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code. Okay, 4 lines of code. That's all you got to do. Everything else you don't need to touch. So when you open this file, jump down the line 50 and start defining your file directory structure. Okay, I'm going to close this file. I've already uploaded it into my space in Teamworks. Okay, alright, so I have this file. If I go to details, okay, go back to details, and I see the name of the file, folder.html, and I right click this file, and I copy the link address, okay, and I go back to my space, Angola, and I go to country flags. This is the article here where I want to display my file directory structure. Okay. Now you can display this in any content item, but I'm just using an article as an example. You open up the article, and within the article, there's the display of the file directory. Now how did I do that? Now if you go into Edit, there's a little bit of code that you have to paste. Okay, so if you go in here, you're in the body, you use the toolbar, and you select the HTML button. Within the HTML button, you're going to see a paragraph, which is the first tag, the P tag, and then you're going to see an iframe tag, okay, and then you're going to see a source. Now this is the source of the folder.html file that we created. Okay, this is where I copied the link. I went to just to show you again, I went to here and I right clicked and I copied the link address. Okay, and if I go back here to the country flag, within the iframe, that would be the source. Okay, so if I just pasted that there, that's what I would have. The width and the height is nothing more than the dimensions of the file directory structure that you're going to present. Frame border equals 0 just means that you're not going to have a frame around it. Okay, and then I select update. I save the file, and voila, there's the file directory structure. So you can, the user can close all, open all, and this way users can easily browse to find files, to find references to other web content, whether it's internal to Teamworks or external somewhere out there on the web. So there you have it in a nutshell. Just to summarize, there's basically 3 things you need to do. One is you need to upload or have reference to the content. In this case, I had the flag of Angola, which is what I'm presenting. I created the folder.html. Folder.html again was this text file where I dropped down the line 50 and I added 5 lines of code to define the file structure. Okay, saved it, uploaded it to Teamworks, and then I have the country flag article, which is where I added the iframe embed statement, iframe tag with reference to the folder.html URL that I created previously. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It can be a little complicated, I understand that. But thank you for listening, and I hope that helps.